Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. It's a beautiful Monday morning here in St. Carlos City. We had a great meet and greet. I'm going to talk about that on the live stream later. But what budget videos in the Philippines don't tell you, or won't tell you. Let's discuss that a little bit. I've talked about this before, but I want to remind my old viewers and let my new viewers know why I don't do a lot of budget videos, and I pay very little attention to budget videos. You know, yesterday I interviewed Brother K, and he's got an interest in life. And when he said that he lived on, you know, somewhere between 400 and 450 US dollars per month, and the comments caught fire. You know, people don't believe it. It's because they really don't know the simple life you can live over here in the Philippines. The number one reason I believe him, because I know him, but I believe him because he's single. He's not dating. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't have a live-in partner or anything like that. Women are our biggest expense over here by far. Nothing comes close. And this is what these budget videos conveniently leave out. They ignore it. They skip over it. They talk about the rent, the food, electric, water, immigration, healthcare, but they never talk about the woman. They're never honest about it. I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of the money I spend every month is associated with taking care of my woman. I don't care. I'm just telling you that it is. Okay? You take a woman out of the picture for me, and that's 90% of the money back in my pocket. Nobody else is going to tell you this. These guys are not saying no to these women over here. They're spending a lot of money over here. And because he doesn't have a woman, yeah, you can obviously live on a lot less. So from now on, instead of me saying, oh, you need at least $1,500 a month to live over in the Philippines, maybe I should say that I need a minimum of $1,500. You know, is he the exception? No. It seems like it, but he's really not, because a lot of older men have come to the conclusion that it's cheaper over here without a woman. Is that even going to be possible for somebody my age and other men? No. That's why I want to talk about it today. But don't discount his story. Don't don't disbelieve that men can't live off far less than what you're able to live off of, because they don't have a woman, guys. Okay? This is very important, because I don't think we realize what we're signing up for when we come over here. Okay? Dating over here is much more expensive than it is even in America. Yeah, I'm telling you that it is. Because you're paying for 100% of everything, 100% of the time. You don't get a break like you do in America, because the woman you're dating in America more than likely has a job, maybe even better than you. So when he says, oh, I live on 450, you guys lost your mind. Oh, he's lying. It's clickbait. It's not possible. It is. First of all, Philippines is the country with $200 rent. His rent is less than $100. Okay, he lives a simple life. I live a simple life, but he lives a much simpler life than me. But he doesn't just sit around in his house. He works out. He goes to the market. He goes to karaoke. He goes to the resorts. But he goes by himself. His food bill is lower because he's a strict vegetarian. And yeah, fruit is, fairly expensive over here. Okay, you're talking about, if I went to Save More right now and bought one orange, it's going to be the equivalent of a kilo of rice. So what do you think the average person over here is going to do? They're going to buy the kilo of rice. They're not going to buy the orange. So, but that's why his food bill is low, because he's not going out to TGI Friday. And if he does, he's going by himself. He's not buying fish. And if he does, he's going to buy it for himself. It's going to be a lot less, guys. You have to understand this. Stop paying attention to these budget videos that don't mention women and don't mention the expenses associated with a woman. It all sounds good. It all sounds fine and dandy. Oh, I'm going to jump over there. And then you're going to go broke because you're going to end up with a woman. And you're going to say, well, Cal was lying. He said I only needed $1,500 when you need $2,500. I don't care what anybody tells you. And if you over here and you don't really have a whole lot of money, she's going to look for the bigger, better deal. If you can't raise her standard of living much more than what she's experiencing right now, you're going to waste her time, man. And you're going to waste your time. You know, no matter what you say, Brother K told you from his own mouth, my income is $1,038 a month. That's it. I don't get anything extra. So he's blowing that argument of whether you can live on less than $1,000 a month out of the water. But it's simply because he doesn't have a woman standing next to him. This is going to go over a lot of y'all's heads because you're never going to think to come over here without dating. You come over here for a wife or a girlfriend or something like that. That's the most important aspect of your life, you think. You don't think you can live without a woman, even though you've been living without a woman before you got here. You're living without a woman now. So I'm just going to make it clear to you. It's probably going to cost you double what you think it's going to cost you to live over here in the Philippines because you're going to have little Maria next to you. Okay, and all of y'all saying, oh, dog, Cal, we know that. Well, why do you complain about it? Why do you sit there on the edge of your seat when these budget videos come on and they conveniently leave that out? They leave little Maria out. And the tuition and all of that stuff that you're responsible for when you get over here. When you go to the movies, you're buying for 2 or 3. When you go to buy your food bill, it's twice as much as what it would be if you were single. So I'm glad. That's why I wanted to interview him. Because something clicked in my head. I was like, boom, man. And I'm going to tell you, y'all like it too. Because before he interviewed with me, this guy had 4 subscribers. I believe he's got 500 now. Because y'all want to see, is it real? But he's an extraordinary individual, first of all. He's got self-discipline. He lives a simple life. He's got 30 years of experience living abroad. He just didn't show up in the Philippines fresh off the hamster wheel. Okay, he knows what it takes to live outside the United States. He's already prepped himself for that. This is what we don't do. When I say you got to be better over here, y'all say, oh, Cal, I ain't listening to you. I just want the yummy 6. That's all you thinking about. Well, it's going to cost you. 90% of my money goes to take care of my woman. I don't care. I know what I'm doing over here. Okay, but remember, I don't spend 1 peso that I don't benefit from. But if you take Maryland out of my life, I got 90% of my money. But I can't do that. I don't live that way, hypothetically. We got 3 daughters. Okay? So thank y'all so much for stopping by. This is what these old budget videos don't tell you. Yeah, they're interesting. They get more clicks and views than anything else, but they leave the woman out. They don't talk about it. They don't talk about spending all that money for the cell phone and the motorcycle and all the zooms and whams that you buy every month that you never even put in your budget to begin with. You're never even thinking about it right now. I gotta buy bras, panties, every damn thing. Okay? Because they're ashamed to tell you. I'm not. I'm transparent. I want to help you if I can. So if you're in the Philippines, if you're in America, wherever you are, find your heart to help somebody. Now the day goes by and I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Don't try to come over here and live on less than $1,000 and be involved in a relationship. Can you do it? Obviously you can. You see Brother K's doing it. But he's extraordinary. He's the exception to the point where he doesn't have a woman. He hasn't had a woman since he's been here. He's got that down pat. But the minute that he starts dating and getting involved and falling in love and all of that, I'm going to bring him back on here. I'm going to prove to y'all. Because his budget's going to skyrocket. It's going to double, maybe even triple. So take care. See y'all later.